Okay, everybody, and welcome back to RC Taildraggin and part 16 of the Sig Alien TaylorCraft 72 build. Now, in reality, this feels more like a part 15 update because a lot of the stuff that I'm going to show you here I wanted to include on part 15 but didn't make it. But anyway, an update video here today, a little shorter one. Let's get to it. Okay, so what have we got done since the last time we were together? I got the elevators all glued in, hinged in permanently. And what I did was I put a nice long, sturdy straight pin down through there, and then I snipped it off. There's holes in the hinges that allow you to do that. The rudder is all hinged up. It's permanent in the stabilizer, but it's not glued into the rudder yet because I still have to bend up the tailwheel wire. And I'm about to, as soon as I get done with this, I'm going to put a little bit of gray paint on this dowel there. Looks pretty good. And I got the push rods all installed. Still have to put the screws in, but I don't do that till last because I probably end up taking that off again and making some adjustments. That's looking pretty good. Okay, now we're going to get this window glazing in. I'm going to show you how I did that. It's already there, but I'm going to show you how I put it in. So let me get that video together and I'll get right back. Okay, now we're going to work on the windshield glazing here. We've got the pattern that we need to cut out of the plastic for the windshield. Now I don't want to destroy this, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to trace it onto this piece of paper. Then I'll cut it out a little bit outside the lines, make it a little bit larger, and then I'll trim that pattern for the fit onto the fuselage. And once the pattern is perfect, then I'll transfer that to the plastic sheeting for the windshield, get it cut out, and hopefully get it glued in here. So I'm going to do that, and I'll be right back just as soon as I have something to show you. Alright, so I got the pattern cut out, and as you can see, I cut it out a little large because we only get one chance to cut this plastic windshield, so I want to make sure it's going to be just right. So I made the template a little bit larger. I'll trim it to fit and then transfer that over to the plastic. Be right back. Alright, that's what we came up with our templates. Still trim a little bit off here. This is the first try, so basically I stuck it on and it's pretty freaking close. Now I want to analyze this to see if I can go ahead and cut this up to the line. I think that's going to be okay. So I think I'm going to go ahead and get the plastic now and see if I can't get it cut. Okay, and I also got the cowl all painted. Looks pretty good. Now I had a little bit of an issue at first because the first can of paint I bought, this one here, was a little darker. Now, darker with the gray would have been okay, but the problem was it was just barely darker, so it made like a clash instead of a contrast. So then I went out and I bought this other can, and when I test sprayed it on some newspaper, it looked like it was going to be too light. So I was like, oh boy, what am I going to do? So I spray painted over the darker color anyways, and as it turns out, it's pretty close. Spray painting the lighter on the darker darkened it up a bit, or lightened it up a bit, whichever way you want to look at it. And it's close enough. Close enough for government work. So yeah, that looks pretty good. Now, the windscreen, I put some paint across the top here because where the windscreen overlapped with the wood, it was black under there, and you could see where the glue was. So I just put a nice strip of gray paint over there. I've got to clean that off. I got my fingerprints all over it. And then I'm going to put a little bit of paint here, the same thing. But yeah, that should be okay. I got to get that cleaned off there. But it will happen. So yeah, oh look, and Sadie, my co-pilot, stopped by. Hey Sadie. Okay, so that's where we're at with the fuselage. It's basically done. I got to cut out these window pieces to put in here. The side windows, that'll take literally 10 minutes. And then it's put the fuselage away and get the wings back down. All I have to do with the wings is sand them and cover them. And then, of course, after it's all done, then I'm going to decide what kind of a highlight I'm going to put on here. Probably some blue on the front, maybe blue stripes down the side or something. But that will be last. Again, I'm not great at decorating or designing graphics, but we'll see what we can get done. So yeah, looking pretty good. Okay, everybody, that's going to be about it for this update video. Hope you're still enjoying following along. We're almost there. Next video, I'll have the wings covered, and we'll just do a little bit of final touch-up and assembly stuff. So please, don't forget to smash that subscribe button, like, leave a comment if you would. I really appreciate hearing from all of you, and I'll try to respond to everything. But okay, so we'll see you back here next time for part 16 and probably the last part of the Sig Alien TaylorCraft 72 build. So we'll see you next time.